Breaking news tonight, a major escalation from former President Donald Trump as he takes direct aim at the U.S. legal system in a dramatic move that is already sparking controversy across the nation. Trump is directing his attorney general to crack down on law firms and attorneys he accuses of engaging in what he calls frivolous and unreasonable litigation against the federal government. The White House has made it clear that it will use the full power of the Justice Department to impose sanctions, revoke security clearances, and pursue legal actions against those deemed to be undermining the administration. This unprecedented push for retribution is already sending shockwaves through the legal and political landscape, with many questioning whether Trump is targeting those who oppose him personally and politically. The White House memo issued earlier today states that lawyers and law firms that engage in actions that violate the laws of the United States or the ethical rules governing attorneys must be held efficiently and effectively accountable. Sources inside the administration indicate that Trump is looking to make an example out of prominent firms that have been involved in lawsuits against him in the past. Those close to the matter say that major legal powerhouses, such as Paul Weiss, Perkins Key, and Covington and Burling, have already been identified as targets by the administration. Reports suggest that Trump has ordered the revocation of security clearances for lawyers affiliated with these firms, a move that has legal experts raising serious concerns about the abuse of executive power. The scope of this directive does not stop there. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has also been instructed to investigate immigration attorneys accused of coaching clients to file fraudulent asylum claims to circumvent immigration policies. The administration insists that this is an effort to prevent legal loopholes from being exploited, but critics argue this is part of a broader campaign of retaliation against those who have opposed Trump's hardline immigration policies. The decision to focus on immigration lawyers, in addition to corporate litigators, is raising alarms within advocacy groups who fear this could lead to a chilling effect on those representing vulnerable migrant populations. As immigration remains one of the most polarizing topics in American politics, this move by Trump is reigniting fierce debates on how the legal system should function in relation to border security and asylum seekers, adding to the controversy. Trump is also calling for the impeachment of U.S. District Judge James Boseberg, who recently ruled against his administration's efforts to deport hundreds of Venezuelan migrants accused of gang affiliations. Trump took to Fox News in an impassioned interview where he called Judge Boseberg a radical leftist who is obstructing justice. Many people have called for his impeachment. Trump stated, "I don't know who the judge is, but he's making it impossible for us to do our job." The Trump administration is expected to escalate the fight in the appeals court, arguing that Judge Boseberg should be removed from the case due to alleged bias. This unprecedented attack on a federal judge is raising alarm bells among legal experts who warn that this could undermine judicial independence and set a dangerous precedent for future administrations. Even as legal experts warn that this move could set a dangerous precedent, Trump's supporters have rallied behind his efforts, arguing that his actions are necessary to protect national security and stop the legal system from being weaponized against his policies. Meanwhile, legal scholars, constitutional law experts, and civil rights groups are voicing deep concerns that the administration is overstepping its authority, using executive power to punish its legal adversaries and undermine the independence of the judiciary. Some warn that this approach is reminiscent of authoritarian tactics used to silence critics and consolidate power, raising the question of whether Trump's actions are part of a larger strategy to reshape the American legal and political landscape in his favor. But this is far from the first time Trump has openly challenged the legitimacy of the legal system and the individuals within it. Throughout his presidency and beyond, he has frequently taken aim at judges, attorneys, and entire law firms that he believes are working against him. His critics argue that this latest push is simply another step in his long history of using political power to silence opposition, while Trump's supporters see this as a necessary move to fight back against what they believe is a biased system. Those on the other side warn that this could further erode the foundations of democratic governance. As Trump positions himself as a warrior against what he claims is an unfair legal system, the country remains deeply divided on whether his actions are justified or a threat to democratic institutions. All of this comes at a time when Trump himself is facing mounting legal troubles with multiple investigations looming over his business dealings, campaign finances, and post-presidency activities. His willingness to go after law firms, judges, and legal institutions while simultaneously dealing with legal battles of his own raises questions about the potential conflicts of interest at play. Some legal analysts suggest that this latest push against attorneys and firms is an attempt to shift public focus away from his own legal woes and redirect the conversation toward his political grievances. With Trump's legal team working around the clock to defend him in various court cases, the former president's attack on legal institutions appears to be part of a broader effort to discredit any opposition he may face in the courtroom and in the public sphere. While this battle continues to unfold, sources inside the Justice Department remain divided on how far these new directives will go, and whether there will be any pushback from within the administration. Reports indicate that, while some officials are supportive of Trump's aggressive stance, others are hesitant, fearing that such an approach could backfire legally and politically. The implications of this directive could be far-reaching, potentially reshaping the relationship between the executive branch and the legal system for years to come. If Trump is successful in his effort to target his legal adversaries, it could pave the way for future presidents to use similar tactics against political opponents, raising significant concerns about the erosion of legal protections and the balance of power in Washington. Meanwhile, deportation flights continue on a near-daily basis despite ongoing legal battles. A Trump administration official confirmed that just this week, 21 migrants have been sent to Guantanamo Bay as part of the president's latest immigration enforcement measures. With immigration remaining a politically charged issue, Trump's policies and their legal consequences continue to be at the center of national debate. As the courts prepare to hear arguments on multiple fronts, both Trump's critics and supporters alike are bracing for a legal showdown that could define the next chapter of his political career. With Trump's aggressive stance on immigration enforcement showing no signs of slowing down, the legal battles surrounding these policies are expected to continue well into the foreseeable future. Trump's use of executive power to target attorneys, law firms, and judges is unprecedented in modern American history, but it is yet another example of his unrelenting strategy to fight back against any opposition. Whether this is a strategic move to consolidate power or a dangerous overreach that threatens legal norms remains a deeply divisive issue. What is certain is that the legal and political battle lines have been drawn, and the outcome could have lasting implications on the balance of power in Washington. If Trump's efforts succeed in reshaping the way the legal system interacts with the presidency, it could mark a turning point in how future administrations wield power against legal and political adversaries. This story is developing, and we will continue to bring you the latest updates as new details emerge. Be sure to stay informed as we break down every twist and turn in this unprecedented legal and political conflict. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on this and other major stories happening right now. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.